Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
What is going down in the world? What's happening?
I've actually got a lot to do today.
What do you have to do?
Got a big to-do list. I've got a couple of things that I can't say because they're projects coming up. Social media projects.
Yeah.
I need to do more cameos. I need to read a book that's... I need to read a book for a reason. It's a specific book that I have to read for a reason. So I need to finish that. I've got 2 social media project-y things that I need to get done.
With the Cameo, like Cameo's become a big thing now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like in the lockdown. For guys who don't know what Cameo is.
Do you want me to explain? Are you explaining?
You can explain it because you've actually done it and you actually know.
It's an app and a website where celebrities, actors, authors, whoever can sign up and do personalised videos for people, and they like set a price. They can either do it for charity or so this is the thing about Cameo. I love Cameo. Cameo is great, but the annoying thing was that when I started a Cameo like 2 years ago when I was in Heather's, I was raising money for Papyrus, and the great thing is that they would Cameo would send the money directly to Papyrus. So they didn't have any of my payment details, any of my banking details. The money went straight from the money that people would pay for the cameos would go straight to Papyrus. And then I didn't use it for like 2 years. So now we're obviously in this weird situation, and I was like, it'd be amazing to A, make some money, but also then split the profits with a charity. And they were like, yeah, we don't do that anymore. Like, we don't send money to charities anymore. So I was like, right. So then that makes it, because it was for like legal reasons or tax purposes, but then if that money then comes to me, I then get taxed on all of that money, and less of it goes to the charity.
Yeah.
So instantly it's like, well, I might as well just raise money through Instagram then, like to an Instagram fundraiser. So now what I'm doing is donating a portion of the profits to my next Instagram fundraiser. But the thing that's holding my Instagram fundraiser up is that Acting for Others is the charity that I want to raise money for, but they're not registered yet. They've tried to register, but obviously everything's like slowed down because of coronavirus. So they've sent off everything they needed to have sent off to become a registered charity on Facebook and Instagram, but it just hasn't happened yet. I've got a point person at Instagram that I've been messaging, and he messaged me back being like, I'm on it, I'm looking into it, but I've not heard anything since, and that was like 2 weeks ago.
I just find it like with Cameo, like what's interesting is the different levels of price.
Yeah.
And I'm not just talking people like we know, like West End or anything. I'm talking like you can go on there and someone's like $400 for a message.
I mean, I am desperate to get a message from the guy who voices Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Because that's amazing. But he's at like $250, and I'm like...
But that's what I'm saying. Where does that number, where do you plug that number from?
Because the person who is doing the video sets the price.
Yeah, so he's like, yeah, about $250. Like, so he must think that's how much it's worth. For me, like, I wouldn't like pay that.
No,
but I know obviously a lot of people would go, oh, it's Winnie the Pooh.
I think if I had the money, I'd pay it. But if I wasn't so conscious about like coronavirus and having a mortgage to pay. Because
I'm thinking like when people say like, oh, 20 quid. Or like 22.50, whatever.
Yeah.
They're probably thinking, because obviously Cameo took a cut of it.
Yeah, Cameo take 25%.
Yeah, so say it's like £17.
Yeah.
Someone might be thinking, oh, if I do 10, that's 170 quid for me. So that's why they might go up to 20. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's how they work it out.
Someone sent me a message the other day. It came out of curiosity as opposed to like throwing a bit of shade or like hatred. It wasn't like someone trying to be a dick. It came out of like genuine, like, I don't understand Cameo. And they were like, I don't mean to be rude, but isn't it a bit like obnoxious charging money for a video? And I used to think that. That's why like I only ever did it for charity, because I was like, I don't know, I felt a bit uncomfortable with it. And then I sort of sat back and was like, well, I'm okay with selling signed posters for much more than I've ever charged for a Cameo on my merch shop. So why am I not okay with selling something that's way more personalised and way more personal?
Yeah, you put a lot of effort into your videos.
I write songs for people.
Yeah, like you. I mean, I've never bought a Cameo, so I can't tell like what people's products are like.
Yeah.
But I can imagine I'm only saying this like hypothetically because I'm only imagining, because like I said, I've not bought anything, I've not seen anyone's, but I can imagine there are people out there go like, hey Daniel, happy birthday mate, have a good day.
Yeah.
And it's off, like, and it's just like, it's ended, and you just spent 40 quid, whatever.
Yeah.
So, at least you know that you're like, your product.
Yeah. I did one yesterday, it was 5 minutes long. That's essentially a YouTube video, a personalised YouTube video.
Yeah.
It's just because they got me talking about, they asked 2 questions. They asked about dealing with anxiety and about like advice for someone going into the industry, and I just went off like on a massive like tangent. I wrote 2 songs for 2 different people yesterday. They didn't ask for it, I just did it.
So if you want a cameo, you'll get your money's worth over here.
I have to turn it on and off though.
Yeah.
Because I get quite a lot of requests, even if I don't put it on social media, because I think you can like be notified when someone becomes bookable again.
Oh, okay.
So as soon as I turn it on, everyone who's like signed up to that gets emailed. It means that a lot come through, and they do, like when I'm doing them, they take a while. Like I'll be like, I'm off to do some cameos, and they're like, I'll see you in 2 hours then.
2 hours.
And they'll be like, have you done them all? I'm like, no, I did 10. So I can't risk it getting up into the hundreds, because Cameo only gives you 6 days to respond, or 7 days to respond. I'd never get them done, so I have to like go, okay, I've got like a few. I'm just going to turn it off for a bit, and once those are done, I'll turn it back on again.
Well, Cameo are very clever, because when obviously the West End and the UK theatre shut down, I'm sure it's the same in Broadway and other places like that. Cameo were like, hey, join Cameo, join Cameo.
Yeah, they sort of reached out to a few people.
Yeah, all the actors.
Well, it's just a hard time for the industry at the moment. There's like, if you take the theatres away from performers, what can they do? How do they make money?
Yeah, and it's also not even like specifically the theatres, in terms of like people who work in the theatres are affected in elsewhere. Because I know a lot of my friends, and I do it as well. Like I've taught before. I've gone into schools and done like a workshop or a dance class or something, and taught like whoever. Or, as some of you guys might know, I sometimes do guest ent work on cruise ships, and go on with 2 of like my mates, my bandmates, and do the nights, and we sing on cruise ships, which are obviously all that shut down. So it's not even just like it's just the entertainment. Everything under the umbrella of entertainment is just shut down. So.
Apart from like live streams from your living room.
All that stuff,
or
like
YouTube
this.
videos.
Crazy.
So Cameo is kind of providing a way for people to have some kind of an income at the moment, which is why there's just been like, I think this is the thing, I think a lot of people did struggle with the idea of Cameo, because they do feel a bit sort of like obnoxious selling videos of themselves saying hello and whatever. But now we've got to this point, it's like, well, what else can everyone do?
For me, I'm thinking now, if I think of someone, if I got a video of David Beckham, like, I would be made up.
Yeah.
And
I did search for him on there, but he wasn't on there. Sorry.
He's too cool. But say like David Beckham sent me a personalised message. It was like, hey Ollie, like, happy birthday. I heard you're a massive fan, and he chatted for about 2 minutes. I'd be so made up. Like, obviously David Beckham, I can imagine, would be pretty expensive. So that's another point. But just to have a video of someone you like idolise or just think is amazing at what they do, I'd be like so made up. So I only can put that into context of like, say if someone gets a video for you who puts you on that like same sort of height of like importance and coolness. So in that way, then I'm thinking, well, it is a good thing. It is a good sort of, if you can make someone that happy with a video, that's great. So I guess it is a good business, and it does make a lot of people happy. I
saw someone on there the other day where I was like, oh my god, I would love a video. I can't remember who it was though. It was someone really cool. Oh my god, it was Sean Astin. That's his name, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, from that.
From the Goonies.
Yeah. And he was in Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Lord of the Rings.
He's very cool as well.
I think the thing about Cameo as well is it feels like a proper connection with someone. I don't think it should ever be like a substitute for Stage Door, because they're just very different things. I do think about Stage Door, and I just think about like the timing of Stage Door. It's at the end of the day when, you know, actors are going home anyway, so they're like en route to going somewhere. And sometimes it's, you know, a bit sort of like crowded and a bit of a kerfuffle, and sometimes you literally just go, oh, thanks for coming, sign, gone. Like,
Yeah.
and then when you think about Cameo, it's genuinely like time has gone into the conversation, and I say conversation because for want of a better word, because it's not really a conversation, it's not like, it's like a chat, but when you get like the message through from the person, it's always like filled with like detail, like this is what I love theatre, I love Disney, or if it's for someone else, it's like it's their birthday and this is the sort of person they are, and the reason I'm asking for this message is because she's a carer at the moment, and blah, blah, blah. So they give you a lot of information, and I don't know, it just feels way more like of a personal connection than what you'd potentially get at stage door. Sometimes stage doors, like there's 5 people there and you get like a proper like chat with everyone, but it's often not like that.
Well, stage door is just a byproduct of the show. Do you know what I mean? Like, so then that is the thing that happens, and also with stage door, like there's so many variables. Like some days, like you might be kept behind afterwards after the show, so you won't go out of stage door because of whatever reasons. It might be a press night or whatever, or you know, it might be raining. Like, there's so many different things. Guaranteed. Like, what's gonna even happen? You might not even get assigned anything. So, but to have something like you said, more personal, I think, is always a win. But yeah, I don't think substituting it, like, because I know some people have, because then it feels like if you substitute Cameo for stage door, then it feels like you're charging for stage door time. Yeah. Effectively, because that is what you're doing. You're going, I'm not going out stage door, but you can do virtual stage door for £10. Yeah. It's just like, well, I don't know if it works
it's like,
well,
that. Stage door is
free. And it's free because it's a chance.
Well, I would say it's free. It's I mean, it's technically not really free because you paid for a ticket to see the show, and often, like shows on Broadway, there are some shows where you have to like show your ticket to prove that you went to see the show to stand by stage door if it's like ridiculously crowded. So it's not technically free in that sense if you paid like $250 on Broadway to see a show. Yeah,
it's definitely different than the West End, because you come out of stage door and you're like, oh, did you enjoy the show? I was like, oh, I didn't see it tonight.
Yeah, I saw the slag on. Oh.
Yeah, I just saw a big crowd. It's like, who are you? Can you sign this? Like, oh, thanks, mate. Like, you know, like, it's very different. Yeah. Today's episode, Cameo.
I think it's interesting.
Very interesting. What do you think? Have you ever used Cameo? Would you use Cameo? Do you have your own Cameo? Is your name Cameo? We want to know. Right. Bye, everyone. Thanks for popping by.
Bye.
Have a good day, everyone. Bye. Bye. Be safe out there. Don't eat berries that you don't know are not poisonous.
You need to think these through before you say them.
I know. It's already that one, wasn't it? Right. Bye.